Okay, listen here. We need to talk about something. Because for some reason, the internet has decided that T-Rex is the main character of dinosaur history. You know the narrative. Oh, king of the dinosaurs. Oh, apex predator. Oh, unstoppable killing machine. Yeah. We get it. Big head, tiny arms, very intimidating. But today, we're talking about a dinosaur that figured out something much more important than being scary. He figured out how to optimize life itself.
Wow!
Ladies and gentlemen, meet the river menace, the swamp gremlin, the semi-aquatic legend, the Spinosaurus. And by the end of this video, I will prove something. Spinosaurus didn't just survive the Cretaceous period. This dude was living his best life. So first things first. Spinosaurus lived around 95 million years ago in what is now North Africa. Today that place is mostly desert. But back then, oh no. Back then, it was basically prehistoric swamp DLC. We're talking massive rivers, wetlands, floodplains, and an absolutely illegal amount of fish. Fish everywhere.
Wow.
Fish for breakfast, fish for lunch, fish for dinner, fish accidentally bumping into your face while you're standing in the river. It was basically all-you-can-eat sushi, but alive and screaming. Meanwhile, somewhere across the ocean, T-Rex is running around North America fighting literally everything that exists. Triceratops? Fight. Hadrosaurs? Chase. Other predators? Also fight. Spinosaurus? This man wakes up every day and says,
Yes, I will simply stand in the river and let food come to me.
That is called working smarter, not harder. Now here's where things get weird. Spinosaurus was not just some random fish eater. This thing was huge. Like 14 to 15 meters long huge. That makes it one of the longest predatory dinosaurs ever discovered. But instead of the usual dinosaur skull, it had a long, narrow snout that looked suspiciously like a crocodile. Which is basically evolution saying, yeah, this guy is definitely stealing fish. And the teeth? Not the steak knife teeth you see in most carnivorous dinosaurs. No. These were smooth, cone-shaped teeth. Perfect for grabbing slippery fish and not letting them escape. Then scientists discovered something even stranger. Spinosaurus bones were dense, like penguin levels of dense, which is extremely useful when you spend a lot of time in water and don't want to float around like a pool noodle. And that led scientists to a very interesting idea. Spinosaurus might be the first semi-aquatic dinosaur ever discovered, which means while other dinosaurs were arguing over land territory, Spinosaurus was out here unlocking the swimming skill tree. Now we need to talk about the most ridiculous part of this animal, the sail. You know the one, the giant thing on its back that makes it look like a prehistoric Wi-Fi router? Those long spines formed a massive sail almost 2 meters tall, and scientists still argue about what it was for. Display? Temperature control? Fat storage? Looking cool? Most probably. But we genuinely do not know. Let's be honest here. If you're a dinosaur walking through a swamp and suddenly you see that thing rising out of the water, slowly, silently, like a prehistoric submarine, that is branding. Now, before the comments explode, we have to address the eternal internet question. Who would win, Spinosaurus or T-Rex? First of all, relax. They never met. T-Rex lived millions of years later in North America. Spinosaurus lived earlier in Africa. Different continents, different timelines. This is basically like asking who would win in a fight between a medieval knight and a modern tank. However, the internet refuses to accept this because of one movie scene in Jurassic Park 3. And yes, that scene was cool. But scientifically speaking, that is about as accurate as saying sharks can walk on land and file taxes. But it's still cool though. Here's where the lifestyle advantage becomes obvious. If land predators started fighting over food, Spinosaurus could just walk into the river. Problem solved. Imagine being so powerful that your escape strategy is literally, all right, I'm gonna live in the water now. Its long snout grabbed fish. Its dense bones helped it stay underwater. And newer fossil discoveries suggest its tail might have worked like a paddle, meaning this thing might have been a surprisingly good swimmer. So while other dinosaurs were exhausting themselves chasing prey across land, Spinosaurus was basically running the prehistoric version of lazy river hunting. Now, the fossil story is actually kind of tragic. The first fossils were discovered in 1912 by a paleontologist named Ernst Stromer. But those fossils were destroyed during World War II, which means for decades, scientists had to reconstruct this animal from sketches and fragments. Imagine rebuilding an entire dinosaur from basically the world's most confusing jigsaw puzzle. That's why Spinosaurus reconstructions have changed many times. Every new fossil discovery rewrites part of the story. But one thing never changed. This dinosaur was massive and extremely weird. Most giant predators compete for the same food. That means fights, injuries, and stress. Spinosaurus said, absolutely not. Instead of competing for land prey, it specialized in fish, which means less competition, less fighting, more food.
Yummy.
In science, this is called ecological specialization. But in normal language, this is called finding a job where nobody else applied. How cool and smart is that, huh? Let's compare lifestyles. T-Rex daily routine. Chase prey. Fight armored dinosaurs. Risk serious injury. Possibly starve. While Spinosaurus daily routine, stand in river, catch fish, float, look terrifying, leave. Epic. If dinosaurs had podcasts, Spinosaurus would absolutely host one called River Mindset, Detaching from Land Drama. So, was Spinosaurus the strongest dinosaur? Debatable. Was it the most aggressive? Probably not. But did it accidentally unlock the chillest lifestyle in the entire Cretaceous period? Absolutely yes. T-Rex might have been king of the dinosaurs. Maybe. But Spinosaurus? Spinosaurus was the king of vibes. Oh, and one last thing. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, okay? See ya!